Oh, hey everybody. Haven't done a video in a while. I've been doing yard work and family things and enjoying the car instead of working on it. And now we need to work on stuff. We're working on Tom's car today. We're going to do a makeshift alignment just so we can drive it around a little bit.
Chrysler Nationals.
Yeah, we're going to the Chrysler Nationals this weekend. And Tom, when we got down to the shore, when we went down to Ocean City, we found out that we had a bad tie rod end.
Yep.
And we kept pulling to the one side and carrying on. So Tom put inner and outer tie rod ends in on this thing. And haven't really driven it much since, but we're trying to get it set up so we can at least ride it around so our toe's off a little bit. So what we're going to do today, we're going to show you just a little bit on how we're going to set the toe on this thing, just so we can run around just a little bit, take it out. Right now we're towed out a little bit, so yeah, we're gonna show you how we're gonna do that. Got your steering wheel straight, Tom? So let's get set up here, and we'll get right back to you. Now what we're doing is we're going to run our string across. Run a string across around the car here. Let's get it tied off a little bit.
Get it tied off tight.
Now, a lot of guys, they'll set up like 4 jack stands. What I usually do here is I just wrap it around the back tires. And you want to try and level your string up so that it's right in the middle of the hub. So I usually try to go right off the center of the, try to get it in the center of the center cap of the wheels.
Go ahead and pull it.
And now once you do that, usually what I'll do, I'll try and set it so that the string is just touching the tire on the back.
Just
Put right here, leave that out.
You're not touching yet.
Not touching yet?
Nope, you go a little more. Trying to get this part of the string to touch the tire just a little bit. One more. One more. One more. One more. Huh?
We'll be alright right
All right. You just about touched.
What we'll do is we'll have her off the hub here and just even the string on. At about 2.5 inches off the string. So we'll try and go ahead and set the other one. So look like we're centered pretty good.
Yeah.
This one can come up. Yeah, that's good.
String center of the rear hub.
See how far we are out here. Yeah, we gotta come in quite a bit.
And you're touching in the back.
Let's see what we got here. A little bit more. Now this is by no means a replacement for an alignment.
No.
This is just something to temporarily get the car down the road and to be able to run it around a little bit.
Without chewing the tires up. Because I gotta put all kinds of bushings and stuff in this thing when I get back from Chrysler, so we're just trying to get the front end to stay together long enough for me to go to Chrysler with this thing, and then I'm gonna tear it apart and put the new bushings and upper stuff and all that in it, because these bushings are 50 years old, so they're pretty worn out. And we know we have some bad bushings on it anyway, because we found them when we were down at Ocean City.
Let's see what the back looks like.
Sure.
This one down. How's that look, Tom? A little more? Or?
You need to go up a little bit, just not center the cap.
How's that?
Yep.
It should be good there.
So the string should be pretty much center of the cap on the rear when you do this.
Alright. We're going to do the shit side first. The side we can't hardly get into.
Now we'll do this one. Then.
That's what I thought. We figured we'll get the aggravating part out of the way. Set it. We got quite an inch. Just shy of an inch right there.
Yep.
You know? Yeah, it's just shy of an inch. Got about a
half inch.
Yeah. Yeah, about a half inch here.
So we need to turn it in.
Yep. Basically what you want to do is you want to measure the back of your tire, the back of your sidewall to the string, and then measure the front of the sidewall. Now right now, the way it's set up now, we're towed out ever so much. We got what? Over half an inch.
Over half an inch
on
of
that
toe
side.
out, which would eat your inside of your tires up.
So we got an inch here, almost an inch, and about a half inch here. So we're the same on both sides. So we got it pretty good. So what we need to do is we need to pull this in. We're going to take this front of this tire here and we're going to tip it in, and then we're going to level it out so we got the same on both sides. And then what we're going to do is we're going to toe it in ever so slightly, a 1/16 of an inch on each side.
Yep.
That should get us pretty set. That should get his steering wheel straight, and that should hopefully get us to the point where we're not tearing tires up and everything else.
Yeah.
So we're going to crawl underneath, shut that off for a little bit, and then we'll get back.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, the wheel was cocked a little bit. I mean, we're not going to get it totally straight. As long as it doesn't eat the tires up.
Yeah.
So what we did is we dialed a 1/16 of an inch toe in on each side, just to try and just keep it from squealing and everything else, you know, and wearing the tires out. So hopefully we'll be good to go until he wants to put his bushings in, because then we'll take it down and get a complete alignment done on it then.
Yeah.
But for right now, this is just, the alignment's already set on the caster and camber. We're just trying to get the toe set a little bit so that it's not going to tear the tires up on the front, because it was way out of whack.
Yeah, when we first took it out, the tires would just squeal and holler every time you barely turned the wheel, so it was chewing the tires up pretty good. So I just wanted to get we're just trying to get it straight enough to where I can go to Carlisle and take this thing to Chrysler Nationals this weekend. And I think we're we got it there now. The tires look pretty good.
Yeah, I think they're pretty decent. I think they're pretty good. I don't think they'll have too much trouble with that. You'll be able to at least drive the car around and not have too much issues with that.
Yeah, which would be great.
Your steering wheel might be off a little bit, but he'll straighten that out when he does the alignment on it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to get that close.
Because I got a complete bushing kit in this thing, because my bushings are 50 years old, and I know I've got a few of them that are going bad on it a little bit, because you can hear them. They make some pretty good noise on some of the bushings. So, and a couple times it hung the front end up on it. So I know after Chrysler, I'm going to put complete bushings and everything in it, so the car will be all done in the front. And hopefully won't have no more issues with it and can drive it more than what I have been, because we just did the motor on this car and it's still tight. We haven't got a lot of miles on it.
Yeah, but it run good down to Ocean City.
It did run good to Ocean City.
An update on the rebuild we did. It run good. Didn't use any oil.
Nope. Didn't use any oil.
Just fine.
Got excellent gas mileage, and it ran great.
So we don't have, this thing worked really well. So that worked out.
Yeah, we're really happy the way the motor came out on the rebuild. No leaks, no issues. The plugs were, when I went down to Ocean City and got there, I checked spark plugs and they were burning good and looked really great. So we got the fuel and air mixture pretty good, and the motor's just tight and needs more run than what it has, because I haven't ran it since I've gotten back from Ocean City. It's been sitting in Chris's garage waiting to fix the steering on this thing, because tie rod, ain't no tie rod broke on it. So.
Yeah,
now I can drive it some without tearing the tires up until I get the rest of the bushings in it. And
well, next time you'll see us, we'll be pulling the gas tank out of the Chevy.
Yep, we're going to pull the gas tank out of the Chevelle,
because we ended up having a problem with it falling on its face at high RPM. It'll just shut right off. So got a fuel pressure gauge that we rigged up and put on it, took it out, and we're losing fuel pressure. It's going right to zero.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she actually lodged right down on her face when she went to zero.
Yeah.
Run right out of fuel.
So I ended up putting the new fuel tank sending unit in it, and actually the old one's sitting here. Never had problems with the old one. Well, this probably explains why we didn't have any problems with it, because the sock was ripped. So we put this one in that has a new sock in it. So we're wondering if maybe that's what our issue is, and that we're having problems with it. Maybe it's clogged up, or maybe it's too close to the bottom of the pan, because it is made in our friends in a far off land is who made the.
Yeah, we're not getting. Don't know where it's made at these days. And the reason we took this sending unit out that's here on the table is because it had fuel gauge reading problems on his Chevelle, so we put another sending unit in it, thinking that would correct the problem, and it didn't.
It ended up being a gauge.
It just ended up being the gauge instead of the sending unit. So
now we're
going to try to put the old one back in and see if it'll.
Yeah, we're going to clean this up a little bit.
Because it was a good sending unit to begin with.
Yeah, we didn't have any issues.
We didn't have no fuel issues
until we realized that the damn gauge wasn't any good, and we already put a gauge in it. Remember that fun?
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was quite some fun to try to put that gauge in that Chevelle over there.
So that's a little update of what's going on and what you're going to see. So next week you'll be watching us yank a gas tank out.
Yep.
Fun.
And then when I get my bushing kit, then we'll be doing the bushings in this cornet sitting here. And that'll be next. Chris will be taping that, because that's going to be some fun there, ripping that all, doing it one side at a time. But we're going to be ripping into that after Chrysler, and then we're going to be taking the tank out of that car over there.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, comment. Thanks.